Following on from our introduction to the unit, we are now going to be looking at criteria 3.1 and 3.3. Essentially, we are going to be looking at a variety of different methods for action research. And in this assignment question, we are going to be evaluating the different methods of action research and also to evaluate methods of collecting qualitative and quantitative data. To answer this assignment question, you can of course create your very own table, just like the one behind me. And we are looking for you to reflect on a minimum of 9 different action research methods. For this section of the assignment, we would like for you to explain in your own words each method, and we are looking for a minimum of 2 strengths and 2 limitations or considerations when using that approach. We are just going to explain the first 3 methods, okay? The first is surveys and questionnaires. So we'd like for you, in your own words, to describe the method first. Questionnaires are fantastic. They can be easily distributed to a class. We also have seen lots of online surveys and questionnaires now, where you can create your very own questions, and these results can be very much automatic as well. So in terms of strengths, they of course are easy to administer, okay? Many learners can now of course do them on their mobile phones. Furthermore, they can be of course administered online using mobile phone devices, emails, or even telephone surveys as well, to get lots of rich information, data and opinions as well. Furthermore, limitations, it can be quite difficult to build a rapport with learners. So yes, lots of numeric data here, but we're perhaps missing out on learners' thoughts, opinions, okay? So we're missing out on that human aspect. Furthermore, if you're using perhaps paper-based questionnaires, there are of course printing costs, and candidates might misinterpret questions as well. Okay, so they don't have the ability to ask you any questions here. In terms of our next section, we have audio and video recording. So very important within action research projects, of course. So you can perhaps use a mobile phone to record the learner or candidate giving their response, or you can of course video the assessment and perhaps the class as well. The benefit of using perhaps an audio or a visual recording device is that the action researcher can review recordings in their own time. So you can of course analyze the results, the behaviors, okay? Furthermore, it can be presented to a team of managers, for example. So it can be used as a visual display of results, and you can present that to managers. Furthermore, some limitations here. The technology might fail as well. So of course, devices have to be fully charged and working prior to an investigation. The candidate might change behaviour if they're being observed. So it could be one candidate or a class of learners. If they are perhaps going to be observed, they might change their behaviour. So it's not their usual behaviours within a classroom, for example. Furthermore, we have tests and assessments as well, okay? So it could be, once again, paper-based tests. It could be essentially online tests as well, okay, within perhaps a controlled environment here. Some of the advantages of tests is they can be marked easily, okay? Some of these tests can be marked automatically via online portals and systems. They are standardized as well. It can be easily distributed to many learners within a classroom, for example, okay? And furthermore, in terms of the limitations or considerations here, of course, with tests, candidates might suffer from exam stress, of course. They could misinterpret questions, and also, once again, if it's a paper-based test, we have to factor in printing costs here. So those are the three first methods of research. We would just like for you just to once again to explain each just in your own words and to reflect on 2 strengths and 2 limitations. Once again, we're looking for a total word count here of 500 words as a minimum.